Okay, this is a cool story, a little funny, about my old cat Stanley. Now, Stanley, we picked up on the side of the road, me and my stepdaughter, driving home, and I pulled over. This is a sunny day, I worked at the animal shelter at the time. I pulled over. I said, She's like, what's the matter? What's the matter? Thought something was wrong with the car. I said, no, there's a cat. She's like, how did you see that cat? Well, anywho, fast forward, we got Stanley, right? After a while, unfortunately, he got sick with leukemia. Well, hey, kiddies. Stanley got sick with leukemia, and I had to take him to get put to sleep. And my son was like 5, right? And he didn't understand this, and I wasn't sure how to explain this to him, right? So Stanley wasn't around, so obviously he knew that Stanley wasn't there, right? So he was asking, he's like, Where's Stanley, right? I was like, before I could answer, before I could come up with something, I had to come up with something. I wasn't sure, but my son says, "Did you go to Pittsburgh or something?" I was like, yes, Stanley went to Pittsburgh. I think I'm going to get out of this for now, right? I'll explain this later to him when he gets older, right? And I was like, hopefully he'll get way older before he realizes some other things, right? Like, say you're traveling to Pittsburgh. He's like, hey, can we stop and see Stanley? Or if other people go away and they don't come back, he might think that they went to Pittsburgh, right? And if he didn't understand this late enough in life, anyone that could go to Pittsburgh, he'd freak out. He's like, no, I ain't going to Pittsburgh. No one comes back from Pittsburgh. No. So years go by, and I told my son, I reminded him about this. He says, well, how long did I buy that for? I was like, and I just told him like a couple years ago. He's like 14, 15, right? He said, well, how long did I believe that for? I was like, well, just till now, apparently. But yeah, so that was going to be my story, like, because he was young enough, didn't understand. It's like, okay, so anybody that passes away or goes away, they go to Pittsburgh, right? And just hope you don't have to visit Pittsburgh. Now, if you do visit Pittsburgh, say it's Philadelphia or on the other side of the country or something, right? Sweden or something, right? So, word of the wise, I got out of that one in a couple different ways. I was like, I don't really want to traumatize my child, but I got to get out of this one because he doesn't understand. It's like, oh, decisions. Anyway, that's the story about Stanley. But Stanley got sick. He was a great cat. He was a funny cat. One more quick story about Stanley. He was an outdoor cat, but he'd come inside to poop. He would. He'd come inside, use the litter box, and go back outside. It's like, okay, whatever. He's a happy cat, though. All right, that's my funny Stanley story.